Hello, let me welcome you. I am Jean-Pierre and this video is meant to show you a presentation about our business. But unfortunately, I cannot show you the entire business presentation within 10 minutes. So I'm going to be dividing it into different videos, which you will be capable of seeing them all on my website, jeanpierrechalouhet.com. But before I do that, I would like to share with you a story behind which the entire concept of our business is based upon, so that you can properly understand what our business is about. In order to do so, I'm going to bring you back in time where we studied that in the past, civilizations were built around water bodies, because water was the main necessity of life, which is till today. This is the river. These are the huts which are built around the river, or the houses. It was a duty of a person of each house to go from the river each day with a bucket of water, fill that bucket with water, bring it back home, and consume it. The next day, go to the river again, fill the bucket with water, come back home and consume it. Next day, go to the river, fill the bucket with water, come back home and consume it. They had to do this every day of their life. When they're gone, their kids had to do the same, their grandkids had to do the same. This went on for generations to go. Till one day, one person, let's call this person over here, he had a vision. He saw his father doing it, he saw his grandfather doing it, and all his ancestors doing it. And he said, I don't want to do this. I think there must be a better way of doing things. He thought and thought. He said to some of people, of his friends, the villagers, I want this river to come straight to my house. Of course, that was a new idea at that time. And as most ideas, they get ridiculed. So, what did he do? Did he get discouraged and not do it? No, he did not get discouraged, because he had a vision. He knew what he was doing. He told them, well, at that time, we did not know how to do it other than going to the river and coming back home with our bucket and to consume this water. But now we can build like something called a pipeline. At that time, the pipeline did not exist, so most of them did not understand what he was talking about. But some of his friends understood what he was saying. So what they did, they kept going to the river every day of their life, going to the river, filling up the bucket, and coming back home. But what they did in their spare time is they started building a pipeline. Of course, this pipeline was not an overnight affair, okay? But eventually one day, when the pipeline was set and ready, the water did not come into his house alone when it was ready. He never had to go to the river again, and because it did not come just for himself, his kids never had to go to the river, and neither his grandkids. Now, everybody has a pipeline at home. At that time, they did not have it. When the technology of the pipeline was not there, it was okay to carry buckets. But if the technology is there and you keep carrying buckets, you will be the laughing stock. This is relevant to everything we do in our lives, you know? And you understand why am I saying that? I'm saying that. These people who were carrying the buckets, now that he has his pipeline, first of all, it will not matter for him whether they will build their pipeline or not. Second, these people will have two choices. Either keep going to the river and filling up the bucket and bringing it back home in order to consume it, or while doing so, they can build their pipeline as this guy did with his friends. And so that they will have that pipeline set for them and their kids and their grandkids and future generations to come. Why am I saying that? That in the past, we used to carry buckets filled with water. So it's like this, a W. This W now has changed upside down and has become an M, which stands for buckets of money. Because whatever you're doing every day of your life, you're getting up in the morning, whether you're man or you're woman, you fix yourself up, take a shower, whatever you need to do, take a laptop, getting stuck in the beautiful traffic of your cities, go to work, handle problems, whatever you need to handle, come back home. You do this every time, go to work, come back home, 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 over and over, every day of your month, every day of your life, for 20, 30, 40 years, and maybe even die broke. Most of the people die broke, or even worse, with the loan liabilities to let their kids, their wives, to pay after them. So, but they want to do something different, whether it's a job, business, or profession. They say, well, I'm going to do something else and get more money. So they will be carrying more, with a bigger bucket, with more money inside. But every bucket has holes at the bottom, which are called expenses, which could be mortgage loan, rent, car loan, payments for the kids, insurance, dental, not to mention about the vacation or all the other expenses that you know about already. I don't need to tell you. Now I want to ask you a very fundamental question. Whether it's water or money, what makes more sense? To carry buckets or installing a pipeline? And I'm sure that most of you would like to install a pipeline. And in this case scenario, I'll see you in the next movie.